Hello, welcome back to Prehistoric Companions, and Happy New Year! Happy 2025!
Every year for the last few years, my major resolution was to bring more content and better content to YouTube. That's still a big goal of mine, but still work as being a middle school science teacher consumes a lot of my time. So whenever I have the time, energy, motivation, and a good idea for a video, I'll sit down and make one. Or run all over the place like a crazy person like I typically do making videos. In my last video, I gave you guys a little tour of my reptile room, and I also indicated I got a couple new prehistoric companions. Another one of my big goals this year is to do a lot more education. I've done a handful of birthday parties, a handful of private events, a couple zoo programs, and I want to do more of that stuff. I have an after-school program that I do at the school that I work at. On Thursdays, I teach a large group of kids about reptiles, ethics and responsibility and husbandry, all that stuff. Species, different species, genetics. So I'd like to start advertising and hopefully, get to the point where the hobby, this is paying for itself. So if you're local to Las Cruces, I'll post some information in the video description down below. So book your prehistoric adventures today. So I have lots of snakes. I have lots of ball pythons, lots of color diversity. I have a good amount of boas and a little bit of lizards, but I need more diversity. I'd like to get some more turtles, definitely some more lizards. So first up on our introduction of new companions is this sleepy little monkey here. This is Inferno. She is an albino green iguana. Oh, hello, you open your eyes. Now, typically I have a rule where I don't usually buy animals from, say, chain pet stores like Petco or PetSmart, but I made an exception with this. I had an iguana when I was in college and I was taking full-time classes, 18 credit hours. I was working 35 to 40 hours a week and just didn't have the time to devote to animals like this. Iguanas are naturally prey animals, so they're very fearful and they take a little bit more energy and time in taming down than, say, a bearded dragon would. So my old iguana, Attila, she wasn't that friendly. She would whip, she would bite, she would scratch you with her big old claws. So hopefully I plan to work with this one a lot more and hopefully have it be an amazing education animal. So yeah, this here is Inferno. My dad named her. He's excellent at names. Speaking of my dad, if you check out the video description below, there's a link to his website, Whimsical-Werks. He makes industrial aesthetic lamps and really cool steampunk functional art. So if you're looking still for something unique for someone for the holiday, you're really late on Christmas gift shopping, or hey, you got a birthday coming up, you scoop up one of these amazing, exotic, cool lamps that he makes. So how about we go check out Inferno's enclosure and then we'll hop back here in the reptile room and we'll introduce you to our second new companion.
This thing is pretty ugly on the outside.
The inside here's not too bad. She has a water feature. She's got lots of logs and branches to climb on here. If she wants to cool down, she can go away on that end and hide in the fern, or she can go for a swim. Over on the land, I have a couple of hides. I have her food bowl here. Try to give her a variety of mustard green, collard green, turnip green, carrots, and that kind of stuff. And as I learn about her, I'll figure out what she likes, what she doesn't, and kind of cater more to her likings. We got a little moss hide, a little cork bark hide, so these albinos here, anything albino apparently doesn't like the light so much, and there is a lot of light in here. They still need UVB, they still need heat, so I'm at least providing that. So she'll use it if she needs it. She can come out and bask on the logs, but if she feels like she needs to get out of the sun, away from the light, if she's too stressed, she can go hide in the fern, or she can choose some of the hides that I have provided here for her. It gets pretty dark over here in a lot of these places, but honestly, I haven't seen her. I've had her for almost a week now, and I have not really seen her hiding out in the dark places. I see her mostly basking on the logs here. So Inferno's just a tiny little Iggy for now, and this is like about, I'd say, probably like a 65 to 70 gallon enclosure, so I think this will work for a good period of time for, I'd say, the better part of 2025. So yeah, hopefully she's adjusting well, hopefully she likes her enclosure. So I just want to give a huge shout out to a series of people who make a huge difference in my life, starting with you guys. Thank you to all my supporters here on YouTube. We're almost at 1,400 subscribers, so do me a huge favor. Hit the like button, let the YouTube algorithm know people like my videos, and it'll push my videos out to a larger audience. And subscribe if art and reptiles are your thing. So yes, first shout out goes to you guys. Even though my channel's not monetized, I've been doing YouTube for like 4 years now. And I still enjoy making videos, even though there hasn't really been a payout. Hopefully, eventually, maybe 2025 will be my year to finally get the channel monetized. But I still enjoy making videos, and a lot of my former students watch my videos, so I think it's fun for them to keep up, you know, with, oh, what is my science teacher up to these days? And I know they were all really crazy about the animals, so I still like making videos for all of them. I want to give a huge shout out to my family who've helped me so much through this year. They've helped me with this house. They've helped me with all my transition to cruises. Anytime that I really need things in life, or I'm, you know, down on my luck or whatever, I know my family's got my back. So huge shout out to my mom, both my dads, my sisters, all my siblings, my grandparents. Huge shout out to my mentor at work, who's really helped show me the ropes teaching middle school, because that's been definitely a whole nother animal from elementary school. And huge shout out to all those teachers and educators. You know, you guys are amazing. I always tell my students that if you want to get better at something, any discipline, hang around people who are better at that discipline than you. And I've always wanted to be, say, like smarter and a better educator in certain things. And, you know, I hang around all these teachers who are way freaking amazing at what they do. So I've learned so much from them. So thank you. Oh. Whoops. Give a shout out to some of my buds in Arizona. Zach, Miguel, if you're watching this, what up? One of my buddies, Zach, from high school just drove through, came through. I guess he's moving. And I always appreciate it when my friends hit me up. I'm like, oh, hey, I think Dylan lives in Las Cruces. Let me see what that dude's up to. And it's really cool. I'm so happy now that I have this house and I have the means to set them up. So, or anybody that comes to visit, you know, I have a bed you can crash on. I got everything that you need to be comfortable. So really cool that I'm in a position where, you know, people can actually come to visit me now. So huge shout out to those guys. Think about you guys often. Hope everything is going fantastic. Hope 2025 is an amazing year for you. Huge shout out to all my students. I hope 2025 is a huge year for you, as well as my former students. I hope that whatever you guys are trying to accomplish and fulfill, you know, hopefully all those things will come to fruition. And like you've heard me say all kinds of times before, be the change you want to see in the world. So there's all kinds of people that have gotten me, helped get me to the point where I'm at today. Even all kinds of really amazing people on YouTube. I follow people from the Reptarium or all these other reptile influencers, people that don't know me, but I know them, that they don't even have a clue what an impact they've had on my life. So even huge shout out to all those social media influencers. Okay, we'll go ahead and put Inferno away, and then we'll check out some documentation. For New Year's, my whole family came over to my place, I hosted, and we had ourselves a little paint party, and we painted our spouses or our friends, and they turned out fantastic. We had it with, I can't believe how talented some of my siblings and friends are. It's crazy, and how untalented some are. They were hilarious, so let's go check that out.
Yeah, he
I
did.
mean, really good.
Yeah, he did really good. What happened here, girl?
Apparently it looks like this thingy with the really
But
black
yeah,
nose.
I think Jay's and mine painting are probably the best, and Sierra's are probably the worst.
So last night was so much fun. We had a blast, and like I said, super nice to be able to host events finally that my house has now put more together. So to introduce you guys to our next prehistoric companion, we have here a new female corn snake for Cheeto. This here doesn't have a name yet. Initially, I named this one Inferno, but I went ahead and decided to name the iguana Inferno. So this one doesn't have a name yet, and still teeter-tottering, tossing some ideas around. So, hey, if you guys have any good name suggestions, drop them in the comments below. But yeah, when I was at Cross City Exotics, they had a 25% off deal on their corn snakes, so I looked around. First, I got Cheeto gendered, found out it's a male, and then I looked around at some of the females, and then whenever Kevin out down there, huge shout out to Kevin, by the way, too, he busted out this girl, and I was like freaking amazed. Her colors, like those yellows on her tummy and the oranges. I believe he said this is a sun glow genetic stripe. So we do see like that kind of striping happening all down the dorsal there. Normal corn snakes are just, you know, they got like kind of maroon spots all over them, different browns. They're very beautiful. But yeah, there's like no pattern, very reduced pattern. But man, that yellow belly's freaking nuts. Super gorgeous. So yeah, I think Sun Glow genetic stripe, and this is a double recessive animal, so unfortunately none of the babies, whenever I finally am ready to breed this thing in another year, none of the babies will look like this, so it'll be a more long-term project. Nonetheless, finally just cool to be able to produce something else other than ball pythons. Hello. So yes, these are the two new prehistoric companions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, as well as any video ideas. If there's anything that you guys want to know about or want to see something specific, let me know. So this is her temporary enclosure here until I can get her something bigger. Just got like a big sterilite tub with locking lids, threw in different hides, some fake plants, water bowl. It's 80 degrees ambient air temperature here in my reptile room, so corn snakes don't necessarily need a hot spot or really specific care requirements, say like ball pythons do. They're pretty indestructible, so they're great just at room temperature here. Well, folks, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys all have an amazing 2025. Please help me and grow my channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Stay tuned for breeding updates and all the craziness that has yet to come this year. With all that being said, me and the companions here hope to see you guys in the next video.